not on a diet, not losing weight, trying to improve this.
There's really no reason that I can't do this with very little extra effort.
Good morning. Don't hit the bin on your way in. Oh my goodness, that rhymed. I have woken up with so much energy. Going to the office today and I'm going to the gym. I'm going to the gym because I'm already dressed for the gym. So I can't not go to the gym. We were cleaning Mila's bedroom out the other day and I found various things including this, which I didn't even realise I still had. Like basically a mouse mat, desk pad situation. Okay, so today is the first day of the rest of my life. How so, Mikhila? Well, I have been working, I was working from home pretty much constantly for a few years there. Then we went to hybrid working with the assumption that if you were full-time, you would work 2 days from the office per week. And because I was part-time, I only had to work 1 day. So we had to do the Friday. I did the Friday. We did like a meeting on a Wednesday once a week. No, not once a week. That would be crazy. Well, I mean, it wouldn't, but that wasn't what happened. Once a month. And that was on a Wednesday. So I was still pretty much working from home the majority of the time, with like a hybrid twist. However, last week we were told that we have to come in 3 days a week, which for me would be 2 because I only work 3 days a week, to the physical office. And I thought, well, I have had an idea in my head for a little minute that I was going to start coming into the office a little bit more often, specifically to join the gym. There is a gym at work. It's not huge, but it's got everything in it that I would need. And I'd kind of been a bit like, it's only £10 a month. While I'm at work, will I use it? Yada, yada. And when I was told that this was happening, I was like, right, it's out of my hands. This is now a sign. Come to work more often, join the gym, get fit. This is what we're doing. I am slightly rethinking this hair. I'm hoping that this is big enough to go over. And then whatever I take to get dressed in for the day has to have a neckline that's big enough to go over the hair again, because this is going to be sleek hair. We need not to be messing with it. I mean, I say sleek, but at the back it doesn't look so sleek. Actually, maybe I should do something about that. Maybe I should make the effort to make it a bit sleek in the back as well. Because it's been short for so long, now I think it's getting long enough that I can kind of wrestle it into a bun of sorts. I used to love, you know, those like, I want to call them a bun form. I don't know what the real name for them is. Like a donut. I used to love those. Used to, when I had really short hair. In fact, one of my most successful videos back in the day was me showing you how to use one of those bun. Oh look, I've got like just a sticky out bit of hair, but it's better than it's better than what it was before. And then to sleek it down, I'm using the Complete Air Dry Cream from JVN, which is supposed to be something that you kind of put through the length of your hair while it's wet, and then you let it air dry and it just looks like really textured and cool. That is not what it looks like on my hair at all. On my hair, just taking my rings off. I don't usually remember to do this, but since I've been wearing the smart ring, I'm a little bit more conscious of not getting like gunk in it. Yeah, with my hair, it just looks like greasy and gross. So, let's get that bit off. I realised it was kind of like, not a wax, but like a pomade. And so I use it to sleek back I haven't got a mirror in front of me, I've just got a tiny viewfinder. I use it to sleek back my hair. It's very effective this way, which is good because it wasn't cheap. This is only a travel size, but I was annoyed when I first used it and was like, oh, well that sucks because that's a completely pointless product now. But no, I found another use for it. Anyway, as I was saying, beginning of the rest of my life today. Louise from work is gonna come with me. She already had joined the gym. They do like classes, they do like massage and stuff. Oh, I've always got so many threats of spots happening. An enormous hair that for once is not coming out of my chin. Funnily enough, the threats of spots are usually because of hair removal on my face. It's so annoying. if I could like snap my fingers and change anything, I feel like I used to do this when I was like in my early 20s as well. Like if I could change anything about my physical, I'm talking about aesthetically, not, I'd like to be healthier. I'd like to not ever feel pain. That would be great. But if I could change anything like aesthetically about myself at the snap of the fingers, I would have perfect skin. Perfect. All even skin. No blemishes, nothing. I don't mind about the aging, but if your skin is perfect, imagine. I suppose that's what dermatologists are for. But because I get a lot of facial hair, I do a lot of various things, plucking, shaving, whatever. And so I end up with a nice steady stream of spots on my chin. Okay, I've got a question. Maybe like an ethics question. I don't know. Where is the line between kindness and buying friendship? Because this is something I tend to do. If I want to be friends with someone, I mean, that sounds really like, but if I'm chatting with someone and I'm like, oh, I like you, then I will want to do things for them. This stems from being so young, like maybe pre-primary school. I remember someone said they wanted something and I gave it to them and my mum was absolutely livid. But that has followed me throughout my life. And so my first instinct is to give things to people. Am I buying friends? Is that what I'm doing? Someone at work said that she had just run out of some Naked palette. Also, I've only just realised, because I'm seeing it from a different angle, this palette from Urban Decay called Naked Sin. So you can see the Naked logo, but then if you see it from that angle, it says Sin in the pink letters in the back. And I never noticed that before. Anyway, that's by the by. She was saying that Urban Decay is the only one that doesn't irritate her eyes. And I was like, right, I have got still a box of makeup that I decluttered that I don't know what to do with, because I can't just throw things away anymore. As we've discussed since I watched that documentary, I need to get things out of my house either in other people's hands, sold, or recycled somehow. And some of this stuff is like barely used. So I said, right, I'll bring you some of the palettes that are in there, like all the Urban Decay ones. Like you can easily disinfect eyeshadow. But these are like barely used. That's pain. I can't just get rid of that. And that would have value to her. I mean, this one maybe less so. It's a lot of purple, but that would have value to her. And then I was like getting them out. I thought, oh, is this a bit of an ick? Is this a bit of an ick? Is this what I'm doing? Or is it normal? Is it normal? I don't know, because then I'm like, oh, let me just go and look in this other box. Maybe I've got some things. Like, you don't have to give people things to make them be your friend.
I did it. I went to the gym. I felt great for that. I did like 20 minutes of walking, let's be real, on an incline, and did some like, I'm gonna say weights, but the machine that's like a pull down machine. I did that one. That, funnily enough, because that's what I need for my back. I need to strengthen my back, my neck, that cervical, as they say, area. These are my flipping gears. I'm gonna get them fixed soon, I swear, any day now. Oh my, like unclipped bypass. That's what I wanted to do several years ago now. Before we went into lockdown, I joined the local gym, and if you remember, it was quite a struggle. In the end, I feel like I got a refund, or I didn't have to keep paying it. It was a bizarre time, because part of the contract basically said that I wasn't able to cancel based on lockdown. Like, I literally physically couldn't go into the gym. It wasn't open, but I wasn't allowed to cancel my membership. I never went to that gym. And specifically, the reason that I had signed up to go to that gym was to use that particular machine, and they've got one of those, and they've got a rowing machine at work, so that's really good for specifically what I'm looking for. But basically we did like 40 minutes before work. I was already in the office, 9 o'clock. All good. There's really no reason that I can't do this with very little extra effort. Like, almost no extra effort. All I need to do when I get up in the morning is dress for the gym, and then it's out of my hands. To celebrate, we are going to Taco Bell. We're actually going to Taco Bell and McDonald's. It's that kind of day. I know what you're thinking, what did you get? And I'm gonna tell you, don't panic. Oh, I swear to God, it's this card. I literally just, it's like a button for the word is handbrake. And sometimes it just doesn't go on. I got fries from McDonald's and a drink, because Coke, not Pepsi, always. And I got a burrito, a little, I think it's called like a beefy melt or something, and some sour cream from Taco Bell. And that is my very best use of free will. Look at the state of me. It's Thursday, you know what that means. I didn't have to do the school run today, and I look like this. This is my only work from home day now, so I'm really embracing it. I'm wearing full cozies, and this is the hair. Let's hope nobody Zoom calls me. We're a Teams business. Also, still completely obsessed with these Kind bars. So nice. I would say this, and drinking more water, is the only thing that legitimately I have. Oh my God. We'll talk about this in a minute. My computer is doing something. The only thing that I have truly changed in terms of like healthy consumption, because I was talking about doing the gym on Instagram, and a couple of people were like, oh, you know, good for you, blah, 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 blah. And it's like, they were talking about different diets. Like, this is not the goal. I am not on a diet. I am not exercising for weight loss. I am exercising for strength, for longevity, and to reduce pain, because I take so many painkillers every single day. It's a problem. And I know you'll have advice. I have sought many different professionals. I'm under the care of a GP. I go to a chiropractor from time to time. I have physiotherapy. Massages are great. I haven't tried acupuncture, but every single suggestion you're about to make, I've either tried it or I've heard it. But more than anything else, I really want to work on that like cervical area, not this cervical area, this cervical area. And the like pull downs and the rowing yesterday that I did something, because that whole area of my back aches today, but it aches in a good way. So yeah, not on a diet, not losing weight, trying to improve this. I bought a new computer recently, but I got it from Back Market. My old computer, there's nothing wrong with it, totally works, everything's good, but it's an Air and doesn't have a particularly great memory. Not like it remembers me, but there's not a lot of space on it to work, and stuff that I'm doing like videos, it's overpowering the system. So I needed to improve it. I really was right on the cusp of getting, because I've got a MacBook, but I want something that I can work on at night while I'm watching TV, because I do a lot of specifically smoke and matcha stuff, but especially when it comes to seasons where I'm doing like daily vlogs, I don't want to have to hole up upstairs and edit them. It's nice to be able to quickly get them edited, wait for them to export, do my thumbnail all on the sofa downstairs. It doesn't feel like it's encroaching so much on my like downtime. So I decided that I was going to upgrade, but I talked myself out of getting a brand new one, which would have been really expensive. And instead I got a second-hand one through Back Market. Everything seemed perfect. It was only like £400. Same year as mine, but basically just a better spec, much larger, actual MacBook Pro instead of the Air. Everything seemed to be great. It works really well. Everything runs so much better. It's exactly what I wanted. However, if I leave it unattended for more than 60 seconds, it shuts down. If I close the lid, is this called the lid? It shuts down. If I want it to continue doing something while I'm not actively using it, I have to have a video playing. So I've just been like playing my own YouTube videos on silent on a tab so that it will import footage into Final Cut Pro, stuff like that. Really annoying. I looked into it, I can return it. But now I'm in that like catch-22 of it's a really useful thing to have. I haven't sold my old one yet, which is good. Really useful tool to have. And I don't want to have to wait 7 days for them to take it back and replace it. But if I wait too long, I won't be able to send it back, and it's a really annoying fault. I'm telling you this because today I have to wrap this stuff up. This is going to be a shorter than average vlog for this reason. I have to wrap this stuff up. Everything that's on it. All of the work that I'm doing on this computer that would be difficult to transfer over. Specifically, like middle of editing videos, that's a tricky one. That's hard to move over to another computer. But I'm telling you this partly because that's why the vlog is going to be shorter than normal, but also because this is growth. Usually, I would have waited and then not sent it back or just put up with it. But I'm not going to do that. So not only did I not get the credit on a really expensive new one that I didn't need, but I bought one secondhand, which, yes, okay, faulty, but they will replace it. But I'm also going to send it back. It's going to be annoying, but I'm going to do it. And some of you will think, well, of course you're going to send it back. But some of you, my people, we know it's not that easy. And I'm talking to you. You have a bag of clothes somewhere in your house that it's not too late to return. Go and get that bag of clothes. Look at the receipt. Do it today. You may remember a couple of weeks ago, I was taught, maybe last week? I don't know. All the time just merges into one. A little while ago, a vlog or two ago, I was talking about how I'd been taking all the supplements and they weren't agreeing with me. They were making me feel not great. So I stopped taking everything. And then just this week, I've reintroduced zinc and magnesium. When I'm cooking tea at night, I take this while I'm like waiting for things to cook. I haven't had any adverse reaction yet. I'll keep you posted. But I have been sleeping really well, which because I've got my ultra-human ring, which jury's out on this. I am really enjoying it to the point where I think I'm probably going to get Lee one for his birthday. I got him a Whoop for Christmas and he really didn't get along with it. I was so annoyed because he didn't tell me he didn't like it and I could have returned it. It was like literally the day after the return window ended. He was like, this really isn't for me. I was like, I think it was like £400 or something. It was crazy. You have to also have a subscription. It's a bit of a swizz. Whereas with this, not an ad, but it was sent to me. With this, you pay the fee for the actual ring and then the app is free. So I think I'm going to get him one of these because I think it's going to do everything he wants it to do. It's going to track his steps. It tracks your sleep. It tracks like heartbeat. It tracks temperature. Loads of things. But you only pay for the initial cost of the ring, which... it is, I mean, we're just living in a subscription-based society now, don't we? But I know that my sleep has been good because of the ring. I'm waiting for the 2 full weeks to end because it keeps saying in the app you need 14 days to get like real information because it needs to have enough information about you to compare, I suppose. And we're nearly at that 2-week period. But I think part of it might be the magnesium. I just generally feel like I have been sleeping better. I was trying to think the other day, I was talking to my mum about stopping drinking alcohol and how it hasn't had the amazing side effects that I thought it was going to have. I thought a year in I was going to be able to say to you, oh my God, it's this and it's that, and my skin is amazing and blah, blah, blah. I haven't felt those feelings that I thought I didn't. I thought I was genuinely going to say this is life-changing. And it is for so many reasons. But I haven't noticed the things that I thought I was going to notice. And she said when she stopped drinking, because it was around the same time, that she got less catarrh. And I instantly was like, oh my God, I didn't even realise. It's a bit like when you've had a headache for weeks and suddenly the headache goes away. You don't realise until someone tells you. That's totally a thing. But also, I think my sleep has been better since I stopped drinking because I barely ever take my melatonin anymore. It was... I would say probably 5 nights in 7, I would take a melatonin to sleep just to make sure that I had a really good night's sleep. I know I took melatonin on the plane last month. I brought more melatonin back from New York because I mean, it was like I relied on it for quite a long time, but I don't even know where it is in the house right now. Like I used to know. I used to have to take it every single day. And I think that is one of the side effects of stopping drinking was my sleep is so much better. Anyway, that's by the by. I'm having some leftover pasta from yesterday and I have to tell you about this. I bought this from Trader Joe's, but I Googled it last night because I thought this is not going to last me long enough and I need to know I can get it from somewhere else. There's loads of variations of this. This is called the Everything But the Bagel Sesame Seasoned Blend. Sea salt, garlic and onion. I now want to put this on everything. It is incredible. It's already on top of my pasta that I made last night that I'm going to reheat now. But seriously, it makes everything so tasty. I don't want to eat anything without that seasoning ever again.
I actually might give this a whirl. Vitamin B12, purely because it says energy at the top. I would like maybe magnesium and B12. I did do a little bit of research after the conversations that we'd had in the comments about knowing what you're taking and how some things don't work with other things. And I feel like these might be the right things from the things that I have. But if anyone's got any particular suggestions, everyone always says, go to the doctor. Like, it's that easy. My experience of going to the GP is not my favourite. I was so obsessed with the food that I had for lunch. And also for tea last night. That we're having it for tea again. And I'm making more for lunch tomorrow to take into the office. I am telling you, if I can find these exact ones, I will link them. I'm not going to link other ones because I don't know if they're any good. But if anyone can recommend a good Amazon, UK or anywhere alternative, I am going to get through that quickly. So we've all seen the clear face masks, right? This is the part that's like, for the most parts, overlap. This is quite interesting though, because when you put on a face mask, it dries out in the areas that you are dry or dehydrated quickest. So all this area clearly needed some hydration. This area around my eyes, this is probably where I'm most careful about making sure I've moisturised this area. I mean, it's giving me marvel. But I wanted to take it off and see what I thought because this was a really inexpensive mask. Also, I just walked up the stairs. I'm so out of breath, it's painful. Louise just messaged me and said, are we going to the gym in the morning? And I'm like, absolutely. Walked up the stairs and I'm out of breath. So yes, definitely gym in the morning. But it's not glass skin, but it's pretty nice. It's pretty nice. I'll do the rest of my skincare now. But they work out at like, I want to say just over £1 each, which is pretty good for those type of masks. So I'll link it for you below. Anyway, that's going to be it. I need to go and put, let me show you actually. Oh, these are the masks. These are the masks in case you don't want to use the link below. So I do that thing. Maybe you do this as well. Where to force myself to put my clothes away, I put them on the bed. And then I come to bed and I'm like, no. So then I don't put them away. But Lee's just fallen asleep downstairs. So I thought, this is my moment. I'm going to time myself. I can do this in 5 minutes, just quickly. Hang up these clothes, put them away. Then I can go back downstairs, do like 10 minutes on the sofa, and then come to bed and be like, feeling pretty good about myself. Hopefully. Also, we're going to talk about this probably in the next vlog, but I've been trialing this pillow for maybe 6 weeks, and I am in love, completely in love. The brand is Sleep and Glow. The idea is that you like, this is me, I'm not a good sleeper, or rather I am a good sleeper. My smart ring tells me I'm a fantastic sleeper, professional sleeper almost, but I move around a lot, and so almost every night I have to put my sheet back on. It's a me thing. It's not the sheets. It's a me thing. But this is a weird pillow where it's supposed to encourage you to stay on your back, which is something that I try to do for multiple reasons, partially vanity reasons, partially for my back. But then if you lay on your side, then your face doesn't get smushed because it ends up in this little crook. It's so clever. It's so clever. But I'm going to talk about that soon. I just thought of it because we were in here, not in the bedroom very often. Anyway, that is where I'm going to leave you. I'm going to sort this stuff out, and then I'm going to go to bed and I'm going to read a chapter of my book, and I'm going to finish off my week of feeling very virtuous, honestly. And in the next one, this was just a prelim. In the next one, shit's going to get real. I'm really making some changes. I'm back just for a moment. First of all, I'm smashing it. Bedroom's clean. I can't wait to go to bed. But also, I've had some breakouts around my chin. A full whitehead here. Everything's smooth and gone.